Got a freeze frame, and we're gonna go start the boss fight immediately now. Because this freeze frame's only gonna last for so long. There we go. Oh no, I'm getting a call. Now it's not the time to be getting a call. I just saw it go off over there. Thankfully, unlike my last phone, calls don't actually disrupt my videos. My heart dropped right there because I don't recognize the number, so I'm just gonna have to sit for a minute. But yeah, I remember like my old phone, anytime I get a call or an alarm would go off, it would just cut my video, and I'd be like, no! Thankfully, phones auto-save videos, but still, it's like, no! Don't do that to me! Oh man, I always rag on this phone for being garbage, but I'm actually really glad. Because we already had one video thing happen in my Citadel Demo run. My heart absolutely sank because I saw a notification of my phone pop up as I was playing, and I was like, there's only one thing that can be, and I looked and what was it? I was out of storage. But anyway, what was the one thing I was saying before about how, oh yeah, like AMD builds are totally more viable nowadays, and I would say that honestly, if you're on a budget, that might just be the way to go. They've come a long way in terms of quality, pricing. There's so many ways that you can do an AMD build when it comes to budgetary flexibility, whereas with NVIDIA builds, I don't really feel like you have that as much right now. I just kind of feel like you're shoehorned into a few options depending on your budget. Whereas now with like an AMD build, I mean, you could easily go for, say, like CPU wise, you probably, I'd say like if you want something that would guarantee that you could play games at like good frame rates and such, and you wanted to go with the AMD build, you know, go a bit more budgetary, I would say, hold up, we're gonna pop a power keg because I'm getting a bit paranoid here. Zombies are starting to not spawn in as much. Might need a freeze frame. Gosh, I don't like using gobblegums, but like when they don't spawn zombies, I don't have an option. I need my freeze frame field upgrade if they're not gonna spawn them in. But yeah, you know, like, for example, we were talking about the ARC cards before, and the B580 has unfortunately been suffering a lot of shortages just because it has become such a popular card due to the amount of power that you get at the price, which is a conversation for another day about, okay, if Intel can afford to sell these things at a perceived profit, hopefully they aren't losing on each card, that wouldn't make sense as a business, then that means that NVIDIA is selling their cards at a ridiculous profit. Ridiculous. Which I feel like we've all already known that for a long time. I feel like that's just pretty common knowledge. Like, yeah, NVIDIA kind of does screw over its consumers in that sense. They're willing to jack up the prices if it means that they're going to be making more money, as most businesses do. But I do feel like when you compare the prices between, say, NVIDIA and AMD, it is kind of like, okay, just how much profit are you guys getting? And like, couldn't you adjust your projections a little bit to make this feel a bit more fair? But yeah, like I was saying, with the... I'm sorry, hold up. Whew. Got a little tense there for a sec. Alright, are no more... Okay, I was gonna say, if no more zombies are gonna spawn in, then I might need to pop me another gummy. Or pop me a fill upgrade, sorry, not a gummy. We don't have any more gummies. Well, let me just take this guy out, then I'll keep saying what I was saying. Yeah, things are getting a little tense here, aren't they? I did not mean to use that. I panicked because usually I have Frenzy Guard on. So I was thinking, oh, okay, let me activate my Frenzy Guard, but no, I just put the timer on. But the B580, you get so much power comparatively for the price. And I would say if you're going for a budget build, or if you're just strict on a budget, but you still want something above like a 1650, and you're willing to shell out a little bit more cash, or if you have more to shell out, either the B580 or also like the B570 is actually really comparable when it comes to frame rates and performance, and frames per dollar if you care about that sort of thing. So, you pair that. I'm sorry, I keep getting caught off guard just because, you know, we're doing this as I'm commentating and trying to have an in-depth discussion about GPUs and such. Just gonna pop that so we can charge our field upgrade a bit faster. Again, I don't like using gobblegums, but things are getting a little borked in this boss fight because my brain's been all over the place. You know what? Let's just get out of my face. I hear. Yep, there it is. There's the abomination. Now we just gotta. I would like to charge up our field upgrade before I interact with that a bomb. All right, there we go. Yeah, you pair like the B580 with, say, Oh no, 5600 AMD CPU. That's AB all set. And obviously you want to pair that with like an SSD. Direct storage has been getting a bit more popular lately, which I don't have any personal experience with. I'm still using SSDs, but I never thought we'd see something faster than SSDs, but here we are. There we go, freeze frame, and time to finish this boss fight. At least I hope so. Oh yeah, open that mouth. Yeah, take it.
If you are what you eat, then I'm 5 pounds of pepperoni.
And pizza weak crust.
But yeah, look at AMD 5600, and then also Arc B570, B580. Get a good thing going there. Make sure, one of the most important things, never skimp out on your power supply. Make sure you get a reputable brand of power supply. Make sure the wattages fit your needs. If anything, I would say that there's no such thing as too much wattage when it comes to power supply capacity. The more the better.
Totally.
Don't want to end up frying your build because it didn't have enough power to supply to all your parts inside of your build. There we go. That's a boss fight complete. Yeah, a lot of flexibility there. So, I know this whole conversation started with what? The Steam Deck? There's a lot of flexibility in gaming in general, though. If you have the money for a full-on build, you know, for like thousands of dollars, you can get something great out of that. A lot of great performance, especially with recent upscaling technologies. You can get ridiculous frame rates while still rendering ridiculous graphics at ridiculous resolutions. If you have less money, you can still get something really good, all things considered, for the price. If you want something more convenient, that is a bit cheaper, but still giving you ridiculous performance. You know, you can still get like a PS5, PS5 Pro, Xbox Series X, and, you know, you're going to be getting amazing performance, especially comparatively for the price, and amazing games and exclusives and such on either platform now. And the Series S, it's a great of all worlds, really. You're still getting pretty great performance, and amazing exclusives there, but at a much cheaper price. Especially if you get a second hand, you can easily find Series S's for less than $200 now, which honestly, if you're just looking for a higher end machine that gives good performance, great games, great way to play games, that would honestly probably be the way to go, like a second-hand Series S. But yeah, that's just why I love video games in general, man. Regardless of platform, there's so much flexibility, there's so many options to fit your specific needs, preferences, and setup, and yeah, man, I just love video games in general. I love talking about this stuff. Honestly, now that I have a second channel, I feel like I could make a video just sitting here talking about this stuff for hours on end. Should I do that? I never ask for comments and stuff because it feels scummy, but would you guys, like, for those of you that watch the second channel or my fourth channel, whatever it technically is because I made the channel fourth, would you guys like videos over there? I just ramble about tech nerd stuff? I'd be down to do it. Straight up, I'd be down to do it. But anyway, I'll shut up now, cut the conversation there. TLDR, TLDW in this case. I love video games. And I'm glad that we finished the Liberty Falls Easter egg boss fight.